I should have just shotgunned it.
It's Celsius time, bitch.
Hold on. What?
You can find us at BWSSpodcast.com and on Facebook at BWSS Podcast. This is because we said so. Let's start the show.
And now, recording from beautiful and sexy Miami, with your hosts, Seth and Laz and Research Lucas. It's because we said so.
I'm ready. Just a sip of water. Speakers are off. Good job, Laz. All right. Well, this is because we said so. We got Seth in mic 1. We got Laz in mic 2. We got Lucas in mic 3.
Hey, hey.
And Camilo is back. He's the first guest in our new studio. And it took forever to get this thing started, so I appreciate the patience. I knew adding a fourth camera and adding a fourth microphone was going to be a challenge, but trying to get Snapchat, and as soon as I plugged in a new camera, everything just went freaking crazy. But we got it all figured out.
Fantastic.
What's that?
Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be talking about quite a few things today, but first you can get us at our website, BWSSpodcast.com. All of the links are there. You can Spotify, Amazon, YouTube. It's all there. And everything is recorded at Arcane Studios. All the music is by the Unsilenced. You can get us at contact@BWSSpodcast.com. All right. So with that, we're going to be talking about Cognac, Tesseron, brandy, I guess, as a whole. I actually have a bottle of brandy and I have a bottle of really delicious Cognac. We're going to try them both. We're going to talk a little bit about it. Movies in space. You guys hear this one? Obviously you did. We talked about Russians going up, and but you know they came back down to Earth. So electricity theft, waking up to something in your bed, which can be quite scary and interesting. We got WTF news. We got weather. We got Laz's Corner positivity. So with that, any questions? Any thoughts? How's everyone doing? How was everyone's week?
Week's been good.
Yeah?
But
Yeah.
no time.
No time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Weird.
hear you.
No time?
Yeah, like a lot of errands and random shit. Like crazy. But good
Okay.
though. Productive.
Well, that's good.
Oh, really?
And,
Wow.
Yeah, I wanna jump right into Cognac and brandy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about just a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and taste these two just to kind of get a bit of a comparison between the two. So anyway, with that, so just a little bit of Cognac, how it's made. It actually started in the 17th century, so it's been around for quite some time. A lot of people don't realize this, but it's made with grapes, so which is really, really cool. It's made in France, where they're known for having really good grapes for Cognac and wine. Prior to becoming Cognac, the white grapes are fermented into wine. So what they do is they take it's Uni Blanc, also known as Trebbiano, but they turn it into a wine. And from there, what they do is they'll go ahead and distill it from there. And they can add stuff to it after it's already been distilled, but beforehand, can't add sugar, can't add coloring, can't really do much of anything to it. Once it becomes the eau de vie, or the wine that they're going to use to make the Cognac, you cannot touch that wine. No dosage, like none of that stuff. So after the fermentation is complete, they go through another fermentation with malolactic. Those of you who know, it turns a lot of the acid into like a rounder, softer style. So I like the look. It's almost like you have a spotlight. It's kind of dark behind you. So maybe going with the one light. Yeah.
Talking about me?
Yeah. I see.
Maybe going with the one light, it's
like
kind
he's
of cool.
floating in the background.
Looks like you have eyeliner on, to be honest with you.
I am wearing.
Oh, you are? Okay.
You have to call me out, guys.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That
Wow.
was in secret.
You
bro.
don't have, yeah.
I was not aware of that.
Well, they were not supposed to. And if you were, you'd be like, hey, man. Good,
Sure.
Good.
There was somebody at work
Like,
that had
calling
it.
out, yo. This is...
So similar to other distilled liqueurs, but definitely in this one, what they'll do is during this distillation process, it's not like, okay, it's evaporating, we're going to capture it all. What they'll do is the beginning of it, which is the first stage, they call it the heads. They don't use any of that. That all gets siphoned. All of that eau de vie, not eau de vie, but all that raw cognac gets distilled or gets siphoned off. And what they'll do is they'll take the middle of it, like after it's really going and you got a lot of vapor and a lot of the congeners, as they like to say. That's the stuff that they'll use. So the steam goes up, it condenses down a tube, and they basically they pour it into whatever vessel they're going to use before it goes off to the barrels. But what's cool about it is it's not like they're like, okay, it's been 30 minutes, now it's time to get the good stuff and it's time to siphon that off and take that liquid. They're like, no,
It takes time.
yeah, and they have a guy who continues to taste it. It's like, oh, okay, now's the time. And then he'll continue to taste it. It's like, yep, all right, it's over. Like, go ahead. And what they'll do is they'll take the stuff that they siphoned off, not the stuff they're going to use, the heart. They'll take the other stuff and they'll add it to the next batch.
Okay.
So they kind of keep it going that way, which is interesting. And that's a good way because obviously you want the cognac to taste, same with wine or champagne. It's pretty impressive when you think about the fact that Veuve Clicquot tastes the same every freaking year. Good year, bad year, doesn't matter. And that's because they use a similar process, where they use older wines that they've already fermented and they mix them together to get one that tastes similar. They'll do a similar situation with all these other different versions of the cognac that they've distilled. Because once distilled, they sit in barrels and they have to age. We'll get into it, but Tesseron, just to jump ahead, they're all is 10-year minimum. Something like a VSOP, I think is like 2 years. Like Remy Martin and all that crap.
They were running out of.
Oh,
those things.
Remy has high-end cognacs.
They
too.
do. They do. That's why I've been waiting for you to come back on the show because, you're the perfect person to try this with me because I'm curious to see. Because have you heard of Tesseron? Have you ever had it, ever seen it?
All I heard that I'm a perfect person. That's all
okay. Sure. That's fair.
When you said the name Tesseron, when I was reading it on the group message, I thought it said testosterone cognac. So I thought it was like a joke.
Really, bro?
Until I started.
You know what, Laz? Don't feel bad.
And I'm sitting there, I'm looking, because like sometimes I can't read all the messages, so like I read all the messages really fast, and then I went back. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah.
So I went back up.
Testosterone cognac, really? Is that like energy drink cognac?
And then I was like,
it's like the new.
I'm gonna have to Google this shit.
Alcoholic seltzer.
You never know with us. You never know what's gonna happen. You
That's
never know what
true.
we're gonna talk about. So
All
it's
right.
like,
Well, what does Tesseron mean?
Tesseron. Well, we're going to get into it.
Oh, okay.
It is the name of the family.
Oh, okay.
Though, just to jump ahead. Yeah, we'll get into it. So
It makes
9
you do
liters.
this.
What's that?
it makes you do this.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and the grandson of the guy who started is running it now. So it's all been in the family, which is great. So the eau de vie, the wine that they use that they use to distill, 9 liters of that will end up being 1 liter of cognac. So it's there's a lot going on to basically siphon a lot of this stuff off, and they don't keep everything. A lot of it does get poured away. You're only going to keep the really, really good stuff. Eventually, you're just going to pour it out.
This bottle is, you said, $75.
No, the one that I have is $175.
$175.
But the
okay.
entry level is entry level is $75.
Okay.
So, yeah. Now look at him. He's like grabbing the bottle. Let me get a look at this. What's going on here?
Because there's obviously a different price range of different cognacs. Because Lucas earlier was like, it's not. They're kind of expensive. I mean, they can be, and then there's the high end, and then there's low end.
Sure.
So,
and you know how I roll.
there we go.
So, all right. So this is from the brandyauthority.com. Fermented wine that was distilled into eau de vie can only be turned into cognac by spending at least 2 years in French white oak barrels that originated in either Limousin or Tokay or Tronçais forests. So these are like 2 forests where they have like a really, really dense oak. And so the barrels made from Limousin oak are characterized as being medium grain, very hard, and more porous than the Tronçais, which is fine grained, softer and moderately porous. The tannins are noticeably lighter than that of the Limousin. So these are woods that you generally have to use in cognac because France, they regulate everything. They want to make sure that the lineage that's been passed down over let's face it, centuries, holds up. Or in here in California, you do whatever you want with that alcohol. So if you have your VS, we all know what that is. That's the crap. essentially.
Well,
Sure. Well, I mean, what's your favorite cognac? Before
my
we
favorite
get into
cognac. Oh man, my favorite cognac is the one I taste and it doesn't taste like wood.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I have been drinking some XO lately, and
Which
I've been
one?
enjoying it. Some Remy Martin XO.
Remy XO?
as a matter of
Okay.
fact, Yeah.
I feel. We'll see how this stacks up because
But
I feel like this will beat any XO out there.
Oh, I'm sure. But what I'm saying is like VS. I mean, it's like people love their Captain Morgan or they love their Jack, no matter if they're like Pappy Van Winkles or Appleton 21s.
Sure.
It's just that flavor profile for them is just Red Label. I cannot believe people actually like.
I don't like Red Label.
Yeah, but people go and they're mad when they're like, you don't have Red Label. Like, no, sir. We have every other color for the Johnnies, but
Yeah.
it's just that passion.
Green,
that they
blue,
But Red Label
red.
is like the lowest
is
one, right?
right. It's
Yeah.
just that one's just crap. But
I
then
have
again,
a Game of Thrones bottle downstairs, which I'm pretty sure is Red Label that they just rebranded.
the white.
Yeah.
White Walker.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to keep it frozen so it changes the color of the label.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow, look at you, bro. Damn, all this time too.
But I was surprised how much have I enjoyed Cognac XO,
Sure.
to be honest. And I don't know if like it's the wood flavor that I get from VS, but that's just my very primitive palate on Cognac. So I'm just really I'm more like how it's made. I actually learned something that I didn't know they use the heads again and the tail. I thought they would just discard it right away, but the fact that they reuse it and just try to burn everything, I think that's cool.
Yeah, no doubt.
They probably use it to figure out how close they are, maybe.
No, it's just like they miss a little bit, and then why would they waste it? Let's just keep bringing it back in until like you said, there's a moment that you just gotta dump that shit. But
Yeah.
But then let's get to there,
Like with Amarone, I think it's the Recioto method where they use dried grapes to make the wine, and when the wine's
they put it
done,
like in shelves, right? Is that what they wanted? They shelf them or something and dry this shit out. Well,
yeah,
maybe.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then they'll use them like in the winemaking process. And then what they'll do is use some of the old and add some new. So it's like a continuous situation going on there.
But it's not like a Solera system. It's just something.
No, not Solera. Solera
Yeah.
being where you have a bunch of different blends going into the same.
It's a
same
fractional
area.
blending.
Yeah, that's like what scotches and stuff like that.
Some sherries can do that.
Yeah, Solera.
Zacapa uses a Solera system as well.
Okay, sure.
So that's it maintains a lot of the consistency and history, because that barrel at the end, it does have flavor from who
Big
knows.
time. Absolutely.
So yeah, it's cool. It's pretty cool.
So what makes the cognacs that are like the high end?
Where they're actually made,
Like what makes them
right. And the
like
aging
where the
too.
grapes are, I guess you could say.
The aging and what the process is while they're being aged. Because VS is very special. Then you
Sure.
got VSOP is very superior old pale.
Very special old pale.
So sure, that's very
Yeah.
superior.
Oh, you're right. Very superior. It's right in front of me.
And then you have extra old, and it's what, like a 2, 6, and 10, some shit like
So
that.
you actually have Napoleon cognacs contain eau de vie that has spent at least 6 years, 72 months in white oak barrels. XO and extra cognacs contain eau de vie that has spent at least 10 years, 120 months.
10 years.
Yeah. And then you have vintage, which are really rare. They're single harvest. So a 1999 vintage XO has to be 100% of the grapes harvested in the autumn of 1999 because the actual method for which it starts, I think it's October 1st is when it starts. And then it's done at March 31st. Like that's it. Like you are done with any type of fermenting or any type of the whole process has to end. So
It's from 99.
Oh, so no, a 1999 vintage XO must be produced from 100. So any vintage has to be 100% of the grapes have to be in that year. So you can't do any blending, you can't do any Solera, you can't do any of that
I
shit.
understand.
okay.
So that's
Yeah.
why that takes forever.
So all the VS has to be, it's not just a blending of shit less than, it
yeah,
has to
like
be
it's
all.
the vintage one.
So
the
they-
If
vintage
it's
one.
no, only if it's vintage.
Oh,
If it's
It's
vintage, that means
Yeah,
If it takes 10 years as a vintage, it can only come from whatever happened that year.
Yeah, I've never even seen a vintage cognac.
So they have to. Somebody's probably like creating a 2000.
Well, they say I'm
16 right
not
now.
French, but they say the French export the cognac and they keep the Armagnac because that's more like
Well, Armagnac's a completely different region.
right, correct, but it's still a brandy. The family of brandies is
Yeah.
brandy is brandy, sparkling wine is sparkling wine. No matter, I mean, then you go away fish from champagne and but it's it's bubbles.
So basically, the more rare it is, the longer it takes to produce whatever you're producing is how they decide how much it's going to cost.
it's like a Scotch,
Like Scotch, yeah.
yeah, it's like Scotch, because you get that so much angel share loss, and the flavors get more compact.
I
like
love
for
this.
example, cognac. Remember the Petra we used to carry at work, for example.
Yeah.
So the aging process of that shit, their selling point was that they ship it in they put
And
it
how
in the
much
ship.
is that a bottle? That's like
That was
$2,000.
That was like $4,000.
$4,000. Okay.
But they said that during this the salinity of the ocean, while they're taking the barrels around the ocean,
yeah.
that complements the flavors of whatever it is, making it worth whatever. Obviously, the process was from the grapes and the 1,000-year-old vines, whatever. They say that adds some. Who knows?
Sure.
The Scotch.
Metallica's barrels. They have a bourbon now. It's called Blackened, right? So they start with barrel 81, which is 1981, which when they started, barrel 82, 83, and every barrel has a different play set that they chose for a different barrel, and it's called acoustic.
Like a song set?
A song set, yeah. So every barrel has speakers on that particular barrel. So some of them chosen by Kirk Hammett, some of them by Lars, some of them whatever it is,
Sure.
So every barrel has a different plate, and obviously it's called acoustic distillation or fermentation, some weird aging.
Interesting.
So, but how can you tell if it's true or not?
I
that is the
saw
whole
one
thing.
that was aged in the ocean, like on a ship over a voyage. So the natural
right.
sloshing
Sure.
of the ocean.
That's what Kelt Petra's selling point was, and now Cayo does the Japanese whiskey is the same.
Really.
So
With
wait,
the Japanese Ocean all the way to the Suez Canal, which we got very popular, so everybody knows where it is now. You go out of the Mediterranean, end up in the Iberian Peninsula, and just go back down again.
Sure.
And
so it just stays on the ship.
It's the salinity and the movement of the of the ship.
The
and-
motion of the
Right.
ocean.
The ship is not only for that. The ship
You
is
beat me
like
to
Who knows? I mean, I'm sure there
I'm
are
sure they're doing.
there are
like,
companies that
sure.
dedicate themselves to ship barrels up and down because there has to be a business. It's fucking genius if they
Yeah, but I'm
exist,
sure they're shipping other things too, right? They can't be like.
Well, maybe some
Maybe
of them
not.
dedicate for that,
yeah.
and then
if you
that's
can get
why
enough for it, you can just
Right.
get a boat
get it-
just to do that.
you get enough Japanese whiskeys and enough cognacs to do that you can just dedicate your profession to something that
Sure.
that would be fucking amazing to
We're
have
gonna
that
be
job.
doing this
huh?
for 20 years, and
Good
then
Lord.
it's ready.
So
Like,
master blenders in cognac are legally allowed to add 3 compounds and to be applied as additives. Bois, caramel, and sugar. Remember, I said you can't add anything to the eau de vie, the wine, beforehand. But once it's been distilled, you can make some changes. Caramel in minute doses is commonly used as a corrective measure for coloring. And once again, this is still the brandyauthority.com. The dosage or the dosage is so minuscule that it never affects the flavor. Dosage, I'm in wine terms here. It's all good. So sugar, preferably from beets that produce more neutral sweetness.
From beets?
From beets,
Cool.
correct. Do you know most of America's sugar comes from beets?
No, I did not know.
Yeah.
But because we don't have sugar, we have, high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
but I
we use
didn't
it
know
'cause
that,
it's
though.
cheaper.
I still didn't know that the most of the sugar came from, like, real
Yeah.
sugar. But it's not real sugar.
well, the sugar that comes from America.
The sugar that we produce here is mostly beets.
Oh, that we produce, not that
yeah,
we consume.
We produce our own here.
But
So
do we consume it?
I mean, I'm sure we do.
We don't.
I'm sure we're not exporting sugar.
Well, we don't
in
drink
this
our
country.
own. We don't drink our own Florida juice, for
Sure.
example.
Yeah.
So,
That's,
No.
well, I mean, I do.
Florida
Natalie's
juice.
is that Florida? Natalie's
yeah, but
is
you gotta
Florida.
pay. You gotta pay the.
Yeah,
the
you
price
pay
for
more
that
money
shit.
for that orange.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, well,
Yeah.
I'm worth it. So Boise, B-O-I-S-E, easily the most controversial of the 3 permitted additives, is gooey, deep mahogany colored compound produced by boiling wood, then reducing the hot liquid. Bois is utilized to advance the aging process in younger eau de vies. And that's precisely where the controversy lies. Fact is, most producers use it, proudly claiming that the quality of it is so high that it ends up being a magnificent factor in the cognac's characters. So they're cheating, trying to make it seem like it's got more age on it than it does. Because
Right.
what the aging does is, depending on how porous the wood is, you're imparting that flavor into your final product, scotch wine, whatever.
Sure.
So if you can add some of that wood molasses, I'm sure it helps.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with the cheating part, but I agree that people don't give a fuck. They want to spend the money and they don't care what's in it. Just give me 2 bottles. How
Sure.
much is that? 2,000.
Nah,
No,
the
give me
person
3.
that spent the money on that bottle is
Dude, for
cares.
2,000, I'm sure Remy, Hennessy, maybe Martell, but I'm sure a lot of them aren't using it, especially at the lower or, at the higher levels. But like the VSs out there and probably the VSOPs, I'm sure they use it.
I mean, just think about like the explosion of tequila. Let's take right now.
Sure.
Right now, the world
Everybody
is
is getting
tequila,
tequila.
and the Reposado and Añejos. Unless you are Nostradamus, there's no way you could anticipate a 20-year, because it's the aging process and all the plans to actually do the amount of production that is being held is just, in my opinion, it's physically impossible for any of the distillers to make it.
Sure.
So that's when they realized that the American palate loves vanilla, for example.
True.
So when you have those
American oak is vanilla.
right, and then I think there might be some type of like addition, like you say, for the cognac, and then some of the distillers are like, oh, this is actually giving it a much fantastic flavor, but all I taste is vanilla, man, on high-end crazy cognacs that are coming out right now, for example.
Be curious to see where this stacks up, because we're about to talk about Tesseron, and then we're going to go ahead and drink a little bit. Starting with the Ciroc brandy, by the way, left here by Marcos. So he brought it over.
Hammy.
Yeah, so he came over, he sat in Laz's chair, and he brought some, there you go, Ciroc VS over here, VS brandy, not cognac.
But you know why?
Why what?
Why is not cognac?
Because it's not from the Cognac region.
Exactly. That's
So
it. Yes.
that's it.
I know
Just
why-
like
I
you
know
can
why
get
they
some
made it.
beautiful. What's that?
I know why they made it.
You can make some beautiful, drink some beautiful Cremant Alsace, which is
Right.
basically sparkling wine
Sparkling
from
wine.
Alsace. Alsace's weather is kind of similar to Champagne's, a lot of cold weather, which creates really high acidic grapes.
Alsace has the highest amount of restaurants rated with Michelin 3 stars in the world. By the way.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, they got a lot of beautiful local wines to use in the cooking.
And roads and Michelin likes roads,
So quick on that. I mean, Germany, you'll find a lot of German names in Alsace because it was owned by Germany during the World War, and then was given back to France. So like Gewürztraminer is one of the main grapes you'll find there, and that clearly isn't a French term, Gewürztraminer. So anyway, cognac. So Tesseron. So Cognac region is north of Bordeaux. In fact, I'm got the cognac map up here. So you can see you have your cognac right here. You have your Grand Champagne, the Petit Champagne. The Grand Champagne is where it's considered like the best soil, a lot of chalk. So it's a lot of moisture that gets locked into the soil. And then you have your Petit Champagne, which is still considered really good. And then once you start going out, you're getting away from the true heart of the Champagne region. Same thing with Burgundy. If I pull up a Burgundy map, it'll show you where the best stuff is. So anyway, long story short, gently push open the door of Tesseron home in Châteauneuf-sur-Charente to discover the family treasure, a unique collection of the finest cognacs. The treasure trove dates back to the 19th century when Abel Tesseron acquired this property and began his collection of rare and priceless cognacs. A tradition continued by his son and grandson Alfred, who runs the business today and who also owns the prestigious Chateau Pontet Canet, a Pauillac classified growth in 1855. Abel Tesseron, or it could be Abel, but Tesseron created his own cognac company in 1905, relying on at the time on 2 separate estates, one situated in Grand Champagne and the other in Petit Champagne, so the 2 best areas. He adopted a long-term policy of building up stocks of eau de vie. So basically, he got all of the grapes, for that year, turned it into wine, and then just stored the wine. So he, got the stocks of eau de vie carefully conserved in a 12th century crypt. These are old and rare treasures. Besides achieving a great reputation amongst a small circle of connoisseurs, having always been sought after by the big cognac merchants, he shared the fine quality of the eau de vie they would use to complete their blends. And the reason you obviously want to age wine and age other stuff in a cellar, no light, no air, lots of moisture. Moisture is good because it keeps the wood moist on the outside, less evaporation. It's just always a good thing. And having a cool crypt to age your stuff in is kind of cool too, right?
I don't know. Moisture was good.
Yeah, because if you age stuff in a dry climate, you're gonna more of the angel
You
share.
have cracks. Yeah.
You have cracks,
on
but
the
also you'll
wood.
lose more of your product.
Yeah. Well, that's why Zacapa is so successful because it's not that hot up there in I want to say Nicaragua.
Is it dry or is it wet? It's wet, right?
It's not hot.
Okay.
Oh, but yeah, we're talking about dry and humid. I didn't know it was the moisture will help in you because I see it in the caves and all that shit.
You'll get less evaporation, and it helps just keep the wood moist. It's just overall,
like-
when you're aging for years, it makes a difference.
Who
No,
decided
sure,
they're
but I
gonna-
didn't know moisture. Like, I thought it would be dry, dark places, but it kind of makes sense of what you say. I mean, I'm no.
I mean, you've gone to real quick, Laz. You go into you've seen videos of like these dank freaking cellars, and you see the mold growing on these bottles. Some of these bottles, yeah, lots of moisture, man, for sure.
I mean, it's so many years. Those bottles just haven't been touched.
Yeah,
it's
true.
Crazy.
It's like
What's that, Laz?
when the person decided we're gonna age something for so long, like because sometimes it gets aged between a different generation. Like
True.
who decided that? Like it was a good idea, obviously, but decided like, you know what, I'm just gonna age this for 60 years. Don't open this for 60 years, or
They started little by little. They're like, let's see how far we can go. I'm
Well-
sure they did the same thing with meat until
True.
one of them died, and like, hey, that's as far as we can go.
Yeah, but like,
Oysters. Yeah, one
you
day.
say, okay, that's it. And
One
then-
day, that's it.
like is there gonna be like 100-year-old Scotch coming soon, like that we don't even know about
Yeah, but
yet?
it's too
sure.
expensive because the angel share is too demanding. And after 100 years,
You lose 3%
you get the
per
barrel.
You
year.
lose everything,
it's just,
but then
it's
they're gonna
nothing.
charge
You're gonna
you
lose.
like,
You're gonna have nothing, and it's just not gonna be worth the time. You know what I mean?
yeah, but
I think, but
some
No,
of
it's true.
some of the things that have been aged like a long time, the person who started it is probably not even alive when
of course
it comes
like
out.
Macallan
For sure.
1960. Macallan 1960. That's fucking bottle like that. It's $4,000 a shot, right?
You have
So,
that?
Well, it's somewhere in a safe because I've never seen the bottle for everybody.
Oh, but it's in the hotel.
I don't know where. I don't work in a hotel.
It's there.
So I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
but I mean it's somewhere in the hotel that you saw the price for.
Yeah. It's somewhere in that. Hotel.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
very good. That's a good
I want to know
recovery.
where the bottle is.
I'm
Because I'll steal it.
But
yourself.
wherever it is, it has to be safe because even if you want to dip a straw or do a taste, that's like a fucking $300 weight.
Yeah.
you know?
Taste. Oh
True.
man.
So,
True.
but I could only imagine people because there's money in places like that they could be like, you know what, fuck it, give me 2 shots. I want to see what you can do with $8,000 worth of 2 shots. What can you do for me? You know.
Can you imagine being
With
the
soda.
person pouring that bottle or getting that bottle with soda?
And
What a
what are you gonna do? In my-
You'd be surprised.
in my
Sure.
in my mind, there's no way I'm presenting this without a couple of elephants, maybe some jugglers, and maybe somebody like Seth banging on that drum that he did in high school.
Sure.
No, nothing less than that.
maybe
Nothing less, because there's no way you're gonna justify $8,000 unless I won a championship and I don't give a fuck. But
maybe when you taste it, that's all you need.
Could
You know
be.
what I mean?
God,
Bro, I'll tell you what, when I was salmon at the Fontainebleau, so
you work
Sofer-
at the Fontainebleau?
Sofer
You're so
came in.
fancy.
whatever, bitch. Sofer came in and he was entertaining, and he started off with Opus One, which is like $550 a bottle, which is freaking delicious.
What's Opus One? Cabernet Sauvignon.
Well, it's a blend.
It's a blend.
Yeah, it's a blend. So basically, then after that, they went to the Screaming Eagle 2016. And bro, I mean, it's like $10,000, $12,000 a bottle. But I will tell you what, like, it was amazing to me. It was a eureka moment because I was like, there's no way this tastes like $12,000.
Did it?
But sure enough, it freaking made Opus One taste like garbage.
Oh, shit.
2012 Opus One, I think it was like 2006 Screaming Eagle. Bro, it was unbelievable.
Do you think a blind tasting will support you? You will support it? Like
I
you
think
will-
so.
Yeah.
No, because I went in
I've
there
always been
expecting
impressed.
it to be. There's no fucking way this is going to taste that good. I went in there as a
that's what I'm
skeptic.
curious about. You know what I mean? Like, just when I've had like aged Scotch, and
Hell
I'm
yeah.
just like compared to like a Glenlivet 12 or a fucking 25 year.
It's good, but for me,
I wanted to blind
But
us on
for me
this.
to be like a $10 drink to a $150 shot,
It's
I would like to know how big of a difference
when
it
you
is.
have that eureka moment, you said, for me, I have to think like in Ratatouille, the food inspector, or not inspector, the connoisseur, that he tastes the ratatouille and just goes, shh, everything goes back. That's what I would like to think, but there's no way that alcohol would, in my mind, can make me feel like that. Why are you putting fire?
I'm just giving you. You're telling a nice little story over
But
there.
it has to be. It can't be like
I wanted to
don't like
blind you guys
ratatouille?
on this though. I wanted to blind it so you guys to see which one you guys like. But I was like, you know what? We're just gonna taste one and taste the other. All right, real quick. So the harvest, the grapes are gathered during the long, warm, sunny days. This is all from Tesseron's website. In the early autumn and fermented to make low-strength acidic wine of around 8%. The distillation is tightly controlled from the 1st of October through the 31st of March. Remember, I said all the distillation, everything has to be done by March 31st of the following year. So the Tesseron cognacs are double distilled in gleaming copper pot stills heated by a naked flame. Only the heart is used. We knew that. Actually, I'm sure some cognacs probably do use the whole fucking thing. Let's be honest. Probably the VS is out there. Maturation. The cool, damp Tesseron cellars dating back to the 13th century were once part of the crypt of the local church. It is here that the young eau de vie will be laid to rest, left in the peace and quietly to age and mature in oak casks for many years. These casks were made from craftsmen of the ancient oak felled in the nearby forest of Limousin. So they use the same ones. It's not like they're getting new ones. The blending, the maitre d', the maitre de chai, knows the character of each of the casks of cognac, as they were his children. He will be with each different one in its own individual personality. And even though the eau de vies may be distilled from identical grape varieties on the same day.
That's creepy.
Yeah. So yeah, each barrel is going to be just a little bit different, Blending is a great skill and art, which great cognacs take many years to develop. Tesseron cognacs have great complexity and depth as the gentleman creates a subtle blend of the three grape varietals: Uni Blanc for roundness, Folie Blanche for finesse, and Colombard for strength and depth. Each variety and cask will lend special nuance to the final blend. So once again, you have your wine. That is when it's been, fermented and turned into the wine. And then once they distill it, that becomes your eau de vie. And that's where they end up, aging and blending and all that shit.
All that shit is where
And
the
all that
magic
shit.
happens. It's all that shit.
Real
dog.
quick, let me go over the different ones. So you have lot 90. They call them lots. Instead of like VS, VSOP, blah, 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 because they're all XO. Nothing is aged for less than 10 years. So lot 90, it's 100% Uni Blanc. It's aged 10 years, $75 a bottle. Lot 76, that's the one I have. These prices were actually a while back. They might be more expensive now. So lot 76, the one we have is 100% Uni Blanc, aged over 20 years in Limousin oak casks. And so the characteristics of the oak, kind of seep in because it is a loose grain. So it's not going to be, you're going to get more of the oak in there, which we'll see if that's okay with Camilo. Lot 53, that's a blend of their best stocks of Grand Champagne Cognac, Uni Blanc Colombard. And it's 100% Grand Champagne, aged over 40 years. The GC region.
Everything's completely aged over 40 years.
It's aged over 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how much is that one?
So that's $399.
And why are we not drinking that one, Seth?
To be honest with you,
I thought you were worth it. You're not worth
I've had
that
them
much.
both. I had a tasting. I got pictures of it somewhere. If I can find them in my phone, I'll put them up.
Great. I'm
You're
great.
not
The
worth that
pictures
one.
will help for our taste.
The truth is, the
So you
lot
have-
53 is, well, here, it's the Grand Champagne region is just south of Cognac. Eau de vie have complex fruity floral aromas and are famed for their balance of intensity and elegance. The lot 53 is super feminine, super smooth. Like it just lacks a little bit of, it just doesn't have as much character. In my personal opinion,
I just want
I've
to make sure
had them
that in
both,
his
though.
opinion on the feminine and masculine, because this is just getting out of control with this.
Just saying. I mean, we've
It's
had
too
feminine,
feminine.
masculine
It's too
wines.
masculine.
A lot of it.
It's
We've
kinda
had
weird,
feminine,
man.
masculine wines, right? All of us. So
I didn't
I'm not
put
touching that one with a 10-foot
gender
pole, sir.
all right.
I see.
Oh,
I see no
spirits.
gender.
Go.
I see
I
no
see no
gender.
Good Lord.
You want to get canceled, bro? Fuck. Talk shit.
So lot 29, blended the oldest and the rarest. There's Uni Blanc, Colombard, and Folie Blanche, 100% Grand Champagne, aged over 60 years.
Wow.
In Limousin oak. This
How much is that?
$650.
That's not doesn't
not
sound
that
like a lot
bad.
of money.
All right, let's pour.
I go to
So-
I go to human resources where I work at because
Hold on. Can we
I
just
tell people not to
just
fucking polish this.
real quick for Lucas? I'm sorry, Lucas.
How much is this Ciroc? Oh, Marcos.
I think it was $18 for the little half bottle. Not
Hey,
very
Hammy.
expensive.
Cheers.
Yeah, Marcos, here we go.
You guys know he's not here, right?
He's going to watch the show.
Let's see it
Oh,
eventually.
okay.
Tastes sweet, right?
Sweet. Yeah, very sweet.
Very sweet. They definitely added some sugar. It's a little rough around the edges.
It's crazy. Not
kinda-
that I've been drinking all day. I can feel that one going down.
Oh, yeah. It's different. And plus,
I'm actually enjoyed it.
it's not bad.
No, it's good. It's good.
Now
mean,
the
it smells-
aftertaste is just kicks your ass, but going down. I mean, for a party, for a barbecue,
Yeah.
All right.
go P Diddy.
So let's get the 76.
Ooh.
Let me rinse my glass out.
Oh, here we go. Hello.
Hello. So,
Hello, ladies.
smell it?
Okay. So
I didn't
Yeah,
taste it.
this smells more like a scotch.
it'd be
Right.
better if we had sifters.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell was that?
We have
man?
a big space.
No $300 bottle, no snifters. This is
I know, right? $400 bottle.
for
Yeah.
$100.
I thought this was
getting right.
175. Oh,
No,
the
he's
other
saying
one.
we
The
did-
other
yeah,
one.
it's like- You got us a shitty bottle.
This is
and-
good, man. This is good. This smells
tasted it
really good.
already?
I don't know what
Smells great.
I am no connoisseur, but this shit is something that definitely would not last in my.
You said I smell. This is like scotch for real.
Ah, dude. It's fucking delicious.
You know what I don't appreciate, if it's true,
Is
is that the law allows
is.
them to add caramel. If the flavor is great and the 60 years that they invested on
But
it,
it's a minimal amount of
yeah,
caramel.
but then you shouldn't. Scotch doesn't allow you to do that, for example.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by it. I'm sure like not everybody uses it, but at the same
But
time, it's a
then you
business.
could. But you could.
And
You
they
go to
want
this-
cognac to be like holy shit, so they allow some of them
Yeah.
to. I mean, some of them can add that freaking wood molasses.
Some tequila might add the vanilla. I don't know. I don't know the regulations, or
Sure.
I'm not saying. But then why would you if you spend 60 years on it? This is good.
This
man.
tastes good. They both taste good, but this just went down like you're just drinking a bottle of water.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the difference.
Yo, like that's the whole thing.
This is aged 20 years. It's a completely different level of quality. It's super, super smooth.
Testosterone?
Tesseron.
Testosterone.
Yeah.
Last
No,
name. Testosterone.
Testosterone.
You'll see.
Thank you for being as descriptive as possible.
Lucas, you don't even.
Sorry, Lucas.
You don't even drink, bro. You won't even love it.
No, he drinks.
I can out drink you, Lance. So.
Oh, whatever.
You know what?
You can
Next,
outdrink if
you
you
should do
can.
that.
I'm
You
going to
should
put
do
it
that
in your
next time.
drunk birthday
No,
video.
oh,
just
let's
for that.
go.
The next
I-
podcast,
I will-
you buy
I
a
will
bottle
come
of
here
whatever
At
each.
0.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
Do it. Seth. Birthday's in a couple days anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
Hope that's a good memory.
I would love to watch that. I don't have to talk. I just want to watch.
I'm completely buck naked in the video. by
So
the way.
is the wood enough? Is the wood too much? Not enough?
The wood is great. The wood is great.
What
What
it's
about
even
the wood?
something.
The reason I talk about this, I think this would blow. How much does a bottle of like Hennessy XO cost? $120? Like in the store? 110?
Couldn't tell you.
Hennessy ran out. I'm not.
already looking it up.
Most of the time,
$199.
$199.
For a Hennessy XO?
yeah.
What about a Remy XO?
Remy
Yeah.
Martin.
You can just put Remy XO. I'm sure.
I don't know if you guys.
104.
104.
Really?
Did you guys have a problem?
Remy's
cheap palate,
crap,
man.
dude.
I have a cheap palate, man.
Did you guys have a
What do
problem?
you mean Remy's crap?
Remy's
You have
crap.
Yeah, Remy
What was
Martin.
that?
Compared to this?
Okay. Oh, well.
I mean, you mean like regular Remy? I don't drink regular Remy. I don't really drink cognac, but obviously, because of the people that I know,
The people you associate with, you mean?
Sure.
they like Hennessy.
What Hennessy they drink though?
Usually VSOP, but like the people that I know that have money will drink like an XO, but will buy not like at the restaurant or a bar,
At home.
but, yeah, like home.
Yeah.
But they had a problem. They couldn't get Hennessy in.
So we all like the cognac. Yes, very nice.
Yeah, I mean, you're the only one who's still drinking it. We're all
Yeah,
finished it,
because I got a show to run. Clearly.
Oh, wow. Excuse me.
So shout outs. Any shout outs over there, Les?
No, not
No?
this week.
Any shout outs, Lucas?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wow.
Shout out to my mechanic for getting my car fixed.
Oh, yeah. You got the little diode. Got your car
Yeah.
back. That's good.
all right.
Yeah.
Happy to hear.
Finally.
Yeah,
after
no
nearly
doubt.
2 weeks.
No doubt. All right. Any shout outs over there, Camilo?
Just my usual shout out to my boy up there.
Korean
Korean
Jesus.
Jesus.
That's it.
Jesus.
Hell yeah.
How did you get there?
Like,
We'll find out.
seriously.
We'll find out.
We're on the case, folks. So I got no shout outs. I guess I want to shout out Benny. Hit the ball with him today. It's a little tennis. It was pretty awesome. Anyway, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll be back with our quick news and WTF news. And that's what's up.
But I'll be your egotistical shit with the half a boss of spit. I'm so prolific, it's horrific, like the world and all it's in. Trying to express in 4 minutes, 30 seconds what I think. I think we're living on the brink of being thrown down the sink. Washed away, but you don't think that you're a slave that's worth nothing. Chasing pointless things the corporations got you wanting. Endorsed by celebrities, prettied up with Photoshop. And it's a car with no brakes, it's never slow and never stopping.
I'm the shit up in this bitch. This bitch, all the bitches on my shit. My shit, they're just trying to get me this. Cause I'm the shit up in this bitch. This bitch.
I'm the shit up in this bitch. Been spilling my heart since I was a kid. Since my happiness was infected like a disease with a little bitch. Fuck the tears that I've cried and the times that I've wished for God to answer me or death to spill out through my wrists. I've never found a decent beach and Santa brings no happiness. So I always go back to taking psychedelic trips. And I'm trying to sort my life with lyrics glued like a fix. Using technology, get a grip to secure a fat track like this.
I'm the shit up in this bitch. This bitch, all the bitches on my shit. My shit, bitches trying to get me.
You ready, Laz? Laz is ready? Okay. All right. I guess we're going to just jump right in.
It's time for quick news.
All right. So, Business Insider, and this is Carla Mose. China catches hundreds of banned crypto miners stealing electricity amid energy crisis. China's uncovered hundreds of cryptocurrency miners who are stealing electricity from government agencies and other public institutions at a time when the country has struggled with a power shortage. Officials in 2 eastern provinces, Zhejiang and not the Xinjiang, where they're having the cotton issues and the Uyghur Muslims, but Zhejiang and Jiangsu. Damn, I just realized I got a picture back there that's crooked. That's okay. I'll leave it alone. So officials in 2 eastern provinces, Xinjiang and Jiangsu, recently, started targeting miners who are consuming resources, whatever, dickheads, from state-owned enterprises, government agencies, research institutions, and universities, the report said, citing a government statement and the media reports that didn't name the entities. So these miners are just stealing electricity. The Jiangsu province found that 1/5 of roughly 4,500 internet protocol addresses are associated with illegal mining activity, and they belonged to public institutions. Meanwhile, Zhejiang, the government published photos of equipment seized in raids, said 184 IP addresses were suspected of being involved in illegal mining. So it was banned there completely. So now they're finding that people are stealing electricity for it.
The problem is in Haiti or a lot of probably other countries that are like third world countries China's not a third world country, but like
You sure about that?
well the way some people live,
The gap is.
But
it's
a lot of people
True.
do steal electricity from probably next to where they live, or they have electricity but we don't, and
Sure.
that's just going. It happens.
It does.
Yeah, so that's the only way they probably even able to have their.
But the problem is
infrastructure.
mining currency is extremely
Too much
energy and energy intensive.
And
That's
then
how they found out.
You're calling these miners, where they're not really miners, they're just electricity pickpocketers.
Sure.
And like, I don't know shit about Bitcoin. I don't know shit about cryptocurrency, but all I know is they spend
Currency.
cryptocurrency.
Sure.
I'm sorry. That's how much I know about it.
Cryptocurrency.
But all I know about
It's the money you
cryptocurrency,
find in like old, 19th
all I
century.
know is about
tunes.
cryptocurrency is that the amount of energy.
You made
True.
me feel very
Sucks
more
up.
comfortable about that.
Very more
cryptocurrency.
comfortable now.
Yeah.
Wow, we're on a roll, people. Good Lord. All right. Anyway, so crypto miners usually, this is the funny part, crypto miners usually link their equipment to cloud services called mining pools to verify transactions on blockchains. The move allows physical locations to be traced and can lead investigators to accounts with electric companies. So in other words, they're like, well, who's this coming from? And like, oh, okay, let's find out what address this is.
And then it's not
It's
at
grandmas.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure grandma's been having an issue as well. You know, people use grandma for cryptocurrency mining. Shortage of coal has resulted in electricity crunch affecting large portions of China. There's been brownouts. Actually, U.S. took over.
What's a brownout?
That's
When the
when
lights
the
just
power
dim.
just kind of dims, but it doesn't necessarily completely go
a
out.
blackout, but it's like a white and a black person together, and they turn brown.
Oh,
That's
me,
what it is.
right here, right here.
Yeah,
Like
it's basically-
criollos. They're called criollos.
Okay, there you go, folks. All right, Laz, you're up.
First one. Coast Guard, 1,200-foot ship dragged California oil pipeline. So, what's that beep? Oh, you just
That's
made
right.
it.
Starting the timer. Yeah.
So, there's a whole ship situation of things trying to get in the country because there's not enough drivers, not enough people doing whatever random things that they're supposed to bring the ships in to get all the containers off the ship. So there's one ship that was in California that was anchored and they had like a bad storm supposedly, and the anchor got dragged off the bottom of the ocean and pulled one of the pipelines.
Oh, I heard that.
No
They dragged it for like
way. Really?
1,200 meters or something.
1,200 feet, 366 meters, 1,200 feet.
Sounds too much of a coincidence, doesn't it? Or,
Who
It's a lot
knows?
of extra ships
They're
there.
trying to blame somebody for the situation.
Of course.
So it didn't break the pipeline, which is kind of weird because how can you drag a pipeline for like 1,200 feet and didn't break? But maybe that's
Well,
what
they're
it's
not
supposed to-
metal.
Maybe that's
what
it's
are
like
they?
it's-
Like PVC or?
They said that-
Maybe. Research, Lucas.
Research Lucas.
Can you look up what undersea cables are encased with?
Rubber.
What's the shell?
Not cable.
Rubber, aluminum.
Some sort of rubber, I'm sure.
what I saw.
I can
was,
hear the tech.
Yeah.
This is
Part of
steel
the
pipe.
authenticity.
Seth loves it when we're gaming.
Whatever, bitch. It's true.
So they try to
It's
find.
true.
I hope this doesn't count as my fucking timer.
No.
Anyways,
Yeah,
a
right.
team of federal investigators trying to chase down the cause of the spill boarded a Panama registered MSC Dennett just after the massive ship arrived this weekend off the port of Long Beach.
Hey, did you guys notice you have like a fucking cable attached to your shit?
Yeah. No, that's not even what happened. I think they just took that shit off. But they had a big ass storm and it dragged it for.
I think they played the game. They fucked up. They're like, oh, I didn't know.
No,
Me?
of course.
Me?
I mean, you
Me?
wouldn't. It's
Never,
probably
never,
true.
never.
But if there's a storm, you have your anchor down, the storm's going to push your boat around the floor for sure.
And that's okay. Why would you just take the fucking consequences of being pushed out around the shore?
Well, I don't think they're getting blamed for it. It's probably not their fault specifically.
They're gonna whoever caused the problem. is gonna
Instagram
have
and
to be part of
TikTok
the problem.
will probably have something better to say. So you need to fucking come out clear.
But this will
Period,
happen.
you know?
That shit happened in January. They're trying to blame it for the October leak.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see? Yeah, you see? This is bullshit.
Or they're trying to say if it got hit by something else later.
Sure.
But they failed to deal with the pre-existing problem.
Sure.
So basically, the Coast Guard on Saturday designated the owner and operator as parties of interest in its investigation into the spill, estimated to have released 25,000 gallons of crude into the water, killing bird, fish, and
That's
animals.
bullshit.
So
How much is 25,000 gallons of
94,000 liters.
No, but like worth. No, I was
Celsius.
trying to go Celsius time. I was trying to word like worth of gas when it comes to gasoline.
I think it's like I think you lose
100,000 gallons of crude oil. How much does that turn into gasoline?
I'm thinking it's
We
it's
have
2/3.
no fucking idea.
Lucas, did you get anything on the pipe shell?
Yeah, the pipeline can be designed for fluids at high temperatures and pressure. The walls are made of high-yield steel, 350 to 500 MPa, or 50,000 to 70,000 psi.
Oh wow!
But they'll crack,
So
so
it's
they
steel.
will crack. It's
But steel
it's
also will
high-
bend.
Yeah, that's what they said. It bent, but it
Yeah.
leaks. So
Yeah, you're right.
I was wondering, like, how did it go like 1,200 feet and not break, but it just bent
It bent.
enough for it to leak?
All right, time's up.
Ah, fuck you.
And,
So go ahead, Lucas. What you got?
and crude oil to gasoline.
Yep.
About 45% of a typical barrel of crude oil is refined to gasoline. An additional 29% is refined to diesel fuel. The remaining oil is used to make plastics and other products.
Okay,
it's a lot-
petroleum-based plastics.
Oh, shit.
So
Promote that
45%.
But still, you're using diesel for an extra 30%.
Sure.
So you are using like what, like 80%?
Most of it.
Almost.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn. Fuck this guy's progress. You know. All right.
Here we go. Amzi Haran, insider, a meteorite landed inches away from a woman's pillow as she slept. You guys hear this one?
What?
Wow.
Ruth Hamilton was woken up by a cosmic crash on October 3rd when a meteorite blazed through her roof and landed on her pillow inches away from her face.
I
The
don't
woman
believe that.
who lives in Golden, British Columbia, Hamilton told CBC she was woken up by her dog barking. The next thing was just a huge explosion and debris all over my face. I jumped out of bed.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, God.
It was me.
I mean, you started it, that's for
No,
sure.
it's okay. It was
I'm
you own it. There's an explosion in
And
debris. I'm
debris all
sorry.
over my face.
I'm sorry it happened. I'm
Sure.
sorry.
I don't know why she called it debris though. She liked it.
Oh, my God. Wow. All right. Jumped out of bed and turned on the lights. I didn't know what else to do, so I called 911. Hamilton said that she's in a
I'm black.
daze.
It's not helping.
Wow,
The
bro.
story is not helping. The joke.
She rolled back one of the two pillows I've been sleeping on, and in between them was a meteorite. Other photos of CNBC.
Get outta here.
CBC shows Hamilton's roof having a hole pierced through it. According to the report, Hamilton was not sure if there was any rock blasting going on in the mountains near her, but authorities have confirmed none occurred that night. She turned over to a team of specialists who confirmed it is in fact a meteorite.
No way. Really?
Yeah, dude.
Get
So-
that. I was about to be like, no way.
So through her roof and landed on her pillow. Could you imagine?
No.
Does
That's
insurance
why I
cover
just-
that?
That's a good question. Is
No,
that
because
weather?
that might be considered an act of God.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're
Well,
fucked.
hurricanes are act of God. That
When
gets
you
covered.
read your
Yeah,
insurance,
but do you have
you'll find
meteorite
out, bro.
insurance? You can have hurricane insurance
so act
or
of God,
flooding insurance.
earthquake insurance.
Oh, welcome to America and
Nah, that's-
lawsuit
Ooh.
liability, man. No,
Sure.
watch out. Watch
Hey.
out. You never know, bro.
What's that,
Falling
Lucas?
objects, including satellites, asteroids, meteors, and space debris, are covered under standard homeowners and business insurance policies.
Wow. All right. Let's hear it for that.
So what's an act of God?
Hitting
Good
a deer.
question. An airplane crashing,
What about lightning strikes?
you know?
I wonder what the insurance would consider. When Andrew came into Miami, things changed a lot for the insurance companies.
Oh,
you know
for
what I mean?
sure.
But that was the reason things changed because Andrew, you know, hurricanes go like ABC.
Sure.
Andrew was the first one, so everybody like, fuck it, cannot happen. And then that changed the whole process of like how you insure your home
Yeah.
before a hurricane. Because it used to be like, you buy the house, you choose to have it or not. We'll give you some time, but now after Andrew, they're like, you have it now,
You have to have it.
now, or you give you it's like a 6 month when you.
I've needed it the last 3 places I've lived. You got to show you have to have proof of insurance.
Where,
Like
in
to
Miami?
rent. Yeah.
I've never heard of that in Miami.
You don't have to have insurance where you live?
No.
Renter's insurance?
Nope.
You have renter's
Wow.
insurance. You don't have.
I don't
Like,
have renter's
building
Wow.
insurance.
Crazy. Well,
don't
you
have
probably
renter's
don't need to. You're up like high in a high rise.
But
But
even the
here in a
places
house.
I've never even heard of like that a renter has to only. You know what? In France, that's the
In
only
France?
time I heard.
Oh,
that.
on Friends?
yeah,
Sure.
that's the only time the renter's insurance came.
All right.
No
Well,
way.
she told CBC that she plans to keep the galactic
wait, you
gift
don't like
after
Friends?
researchers are done analyzing it, if possible. So, all right, Laz, you're up. That's right. Moving it along, folks.
Kids in California county care sleeping on floor in
beeper
building.
is
What?
It's rough, man.
Sorry, go for it.
Kids in California county care sleeping on floor in building. So,
Okay.
this shit fucking bothered me because basically the kids that are getting pulled from like dangerous situations or bad situations with like Department of Corrections and shit like that.
Sure.
A Central Florida County executive has pledged immediate changes after a news report revealed that vulnerable children removed from their families were living in deplorable conditions inside of an office building, sleeping on conference tables, eating fast food, urinating in the bottles
Jeez.
until social workers could find
Where is this?
California, Fresno, California.
Fresno. Is there money in Fresno?
No.
No,
Probably
Okay.
not.
Okay.
So there's like sometimes hundreds of kids, sometimes like tens kids, sometimes there's no kids. But while they're waiting to get placed in a foster home or find a foster family, they're forced to stay in the office building where the shit is going, where they take the kids to before they figure out where they're going to go. So
who decides? Like the parents
Government.
or
the administrative.
Oh,
office.
this
This is when they're taking the kids from the parents.
government thing.
Yeah, this is a government
Oh,
thing.
really?
Yeah, I wouldn't care about people.
Oh,
Like,
Biden, poor Biden.
it's California. It's
I mean, the same things happen with the immigrant children that are coming in, where they were getting separated and having to live in camps and shit.
This is still happening now?
Yeah, it's getting better, but yeah, there's still.
So social workers.
That's a whole show.
The whole thing we're talking about, like they said, social workers are told the B County child welfare system is understaffed and overwhelmed, and there's a lack of housing for children who have been removed from their homes for their own safety. As a result, some children stay at the offices of Child Protective Services until foster homes can be found. Like I said, they're sleeping on tables, yoga mats. A veteran social worker with the county told the B that children are staying in the building for a few hours to several weeks. Some days there are no children in the building, but on other days there can be a dozen. They vary in age, and they have medical needs. It's just horrible. It's
It
not
sucks, dude.
So this is a social call, basically. Like, where is the government coming into?
This is the government. This is like if you have a child and I feel like you're not fit or something is wrong or you're like a fucking meth addict and we have to take the child away from you. But then it's like,
where do you put the child?
where do we put the child if there's nowhere to say it? And then they just put them in the office building. And they said they share bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like one bathroom, no shower. Like
Sure.
it's fucking
No
weird.
bathroom,
But
no
like,
shower, no parents, because their parents were doing
nothing.
crack and
So,
Yeah.
but it's an office building, so obviously office buildings don't have facilities to take care of them.
Sure.
So,
That sucks, dude.
yeah.
I mean, unfortunately,
Damn. Is that the
it's-
corner of positivity, or is this something?
No, this
Really,
is
bro?
cool news, bro.
Because that shit was that was weird.
Positivity, so that everybody can know that,
Yes.
you know. And then I'm talking shit. Hell no.
Yeah, no shit.
All right, just in time. Look at you.
All right.
So BBC Russian team back on Earth after filming first movie in space. A Russian film crew is back on Earth after wrapping up the scenes for the first movie shot in space. Klim Shinpenko and actor Yulia Peresild Peresild led the International Space Station and landed in Kazakhstan to be met by a crew filming touchdown scenes. The ISS shooting was not without drama, suitable for a film called Challenge. On Friday, the ISS unexpectedly tilted after a glitch in its thrusters, pausing the film. It was not thought to be part of the script. So in a farewell tweet from ISS, Perseid showed off a weightless hairdo. Peresild, I said Perseid, like the meteor shower that comes, I think, November. Peresild showed off weightless's hair, likely to thwart any conspiracy theorists who think it was shot on Earth. Movie has been in its own kind of a space race with Tom Cruise. He's apparently part of a Hollywood filming in space involving NASA and Elon Musk. So yeah, dude, they came back. Everything's good. They're going to do a 10-day rehab, just to get reacclimated and stuff like that. They're up there for 12 days, so which is pretty freaking cool. And the plot of Challenge, the name of the movie is called Challenge, has not been detailed, but a section in the ISS appears to be that of a doctor. Peresild's character operating on a sick cosmonaut whose medical condition means he cannot be treated on Earth. So yeah, man, that's pretty freaking cool. I gotta say,
Oh, it's on.
suck
It's
it,
on.
Tom Cruise.
It's on. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a little too late to the party, but that's all right.
No, we'll see. Now you're bringing something else to the party too.
I think it's cool. Did you
Yeah.
guys see the thing on Netflix, the Inspiration 4, about the 4 regular people that went to space?
No.
They just flew up.
All you have to see is a 90-year-old.
What do you
man.
mean? No, it was a possible topic on the fucking show, and you guys want to talk about? No,
Me?
not you,
Me?
Laz.
Of somebody going up into space?
Yeah,
and do
4
what?
regular people going. We talked about Gabby Patino instead, the one who got kidnapped by her boyfriend. I was like, 4
What
people. in
happened
space.
to
Two of the
that
people
girl?
were
What
Hispanic,
happened to
right?
her?
No, none of them were Hispanic.
Yeah, they had like a.
Lesnar, there was no way, not yet, bro. We're trying to
Yeah,
beat the
we can
immigration
black people
system.
first, bro, and then we can think about.
Jeez.
So no, it was white guy, white girl, black girl, and like the billionaire who fucking paid for it.
It was
Where's
like
the
2 months
billionaire
ago.
from?
They took off in the beginning of September. But anyway, my fucking point is, there's a lot of camera. They took a camera up there with them too. So it's not that difficult to just apparently nowadays just fly up there, shoot a little some shit. But they were in the space station. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Anyway.
Ask William Shatner. He's a fucking 90-year-old man that inspired all these fucking crazy fuckers with money to go up to space.
White
So
people.
that shit was pretty cool.
I don't think he paid for it either.
Well, of course he would. Why would he? He's
Lucas, can you look it up? Did Shatner pay
my
for his
my
trip?
money is that's a no. There's no way he paid for it.
I don't know. We'll see.
And if he did, I'm gonna say how
I don't
much
think
you
so
think he paid?
either.
If he, the other crew members, how much you think they paid?
So there's one Blue Origin person and then 2 other crew members. I don't know what they freaking paid. Probably a couple $100
Or
grand.
let's just say how much is worth, rather than what they paid.
I have
you
no idea.
You think William Shatner paid? No way, man.
I don't think so.
No,
Not a chance.
absolutely. There's no way. Because if then he would have just fucking got. Like,
I gotta stop asking Lucas questions when we need to go to his what the WTF news. Because they're just, it's like that's what's next. So I'll just sit here and edit out the part where
No, he did not.
he did not pay for it.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That's what I figured. All right then.
It's
Listen to this.
time for. Wait a minute. What the fuck?
WTF news, folks.
Research Lucas.
Go ahead. What were you
quick.
about to say?
Yeah, I want to wait for him.
None
for
of
this.
them. None of them paid for the tickets. They're listed as guests on the
Okay,
flight.
there you go. Still doing it for free. Oh shit! Damn. All right, made it. All right, Lucas, rock on.
Okay. So this week we have from WGAL, local news for me.
Local news for you. Okay.
This was, what was it? Last updated today.
Okay. Sure.
Pennsylvania man had pipe bomb in St. Luke's Hospital.
What? Oops, the wrong button
It's
for
a-
that. Jesus.
It's a real,
He was
Wow.
like stashed
it's not
in
a-
there.
yeah, it's not exactly the header of the article. That's what the fuck. Let me just read
I
this.
feel like
and-
we got to try to lean back to what the fuck being funny or amusing.
Oh, let him finish. Let him finish.
We got like people
It's a-
being stabbed with a syringe full of semen. We've got like,
All right.
all right, let's go. Come on, let's hear it.
It's short. I'm just going to read the article. A Pennsylvania man is in prison after police say he brought a pipe bomb into a hospital in Bethlehem. Brian Kinsman, 44, is charged with having a weapon of mass destruction. Police said they found the pipe bomb Friday inside a backpack belonging to Kunzman at St. Luke's Fountain Hill campus, where he's being treated for injuries after a crash. Kunzman told police he had the pipe bomb for self-defense.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's smart.
That's the what the fuck?
Sure.
Yeah,
No, what
to
the
me,
fuck
that's
is
what
he
the-
bringing a pipe bomb into church?
Yeah, but it's a
The pipe bomb was
self-defense.
to a hospital.
Sure.
He's
To a
read
hospital.
he's
I
read
think he
the
needs
book.
the wrong one. He needs to plead insanity.
He's read the book. Yeah, he knows
Yeah.
where he's fucking
It-
talking about.
But for self-defense,
Jesus.
a pipe
Wow.
bomb
All right.
into a
Well,
hospital.
great story, Lucas. I wish it was a little bit, I mean, Camilo's laughing at how unfunny it was.
No,
so-
that's not fair. That's not fair.
Okay.
I was thinking about Jesus all this time. Like, why would you fucking allow fucking crazy
Pipe bomb
bombs?
into
Why
your
did you,
church.
why did you,
Yeah.
Why do you even allow
protect
bombs?
yourself
Period.
inside
so
the church?
weird. So weird. Just keep making wine and fish, man. Just
That's
do
it,
your
bro.
thing. There's no bombs. But I guess.
All right. Well, we're going to take our second little break. We're going to come back with Lucas's weather. We're going to move it into our brand new segment, Beef Asshole or Suck It. And then we'll have Laz's Corner Positivity.
Is this a new segment?
Do not say anything, Camille. Do
Yeah.
not say anything.
You wanna hear it?
Just say yes. Just say
yes
yes,
or no?
when he asks. Yeah,
All right.
that's it.
This bitch, I'm the shit up in this bitch. This bitch, all the bitches on my shit. My shit. Bitches trying to give me this. I'm the shit up in this bitch. This bitch.
I'm the shit up in this bitch, call me oil cause I'm slick, I'm obnoxious, I'm a prick, so in your face you're getting hit, you're getting bludgeoned with a brick, you're getting murdered, little Vic, I'll reenact some horror shit, show your head's getting split, I'll use an axe cause I'm sick, you're getting bent just like a witch, peel back your fucking skull, hydrochloric acid drip, underneath your skin ripped, I'm not friendly Will Smith, and I'll happily hit a bitch, and I'll bury her in the pit, I'm not shit up in this bitch, won't stop till filthy rich, I'm a soldier. I'm not dying in foreign lands, and I'm not dying needlessly in the vine or up sands. I've got my own life, and it's held in my own hands. I'm a terrorist with demands that nobody understands, and I've been trying to make the grands, but I'm a prisoner on remand, and I've been sentenced to death. Life stolen from my hands, and I've got to get it back and spit a track out for my fans. I'm the shit up in this bitch. You think you're better, but you wish. I'm the shit up in this bitch. You cut with blades but never stitch. I'm the shit up in this bitch.
It's time for Lucas. Woo! That's right, folks.
You better not be fucking using that. Get that shit off the fucking screen. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, dude.
Make the shit worse, why don't
The
you?
cameras are
And turn
so
off the
good,
speaker.
dude. All right, let's go with this one. This one's a little cooler.
Turn off the speaker. Bro.
Speakers.
I like the one
good
before. I like the one before.
Look,
This one's
Camilo
kinda
can't see what you're doing, so he has no idea.
He has no idea. There you go. All right. So anyway, Lucas.
Research Lucas with the weather.
So Lucas, what do we got for the weather this week?
This week we have it in Celsius time.
Oh,
What do you
shit.
have in Celsius
As a
time?
matter of fact,
I should have just shotgun it.
it's Celsius time.
bitch.
Hold on. What? Dude.
Oh, he has no idea.
Celsius Live Fit Sparkling Kiwi Gava energy drink.
And whatever this is,
This
holy
is
shit,
so
this
good.
is so nasty.
It's orange. Let me
Yeah.
try mine.
Yeah, Celsius
What
time.
flavor did you have?
Motherfucker. What flavor did I have? Sparkling orange.
Oh,
Leaf
Seth,
fit.
what do you have?
kiwi guava. It's
Why
so
the
bad.
fuck did you buy that?
Why? I did.
bought
I bought it. I bought
Yeah,
it for the
he's
podcast.
like, you know what? You know,
Oh my god.
I'll have another sip though.
It doesn't have any alcohol either, so you're really forcing yourself to pretend that you're enjoying this.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
there's no booze anyways. It's not like a spiked seltzer.
tastes like a diet sweet tart.
It's
So you?
it has essential energy that accelerates your metabolism and burns your body fat.
There you go.
Celsius.
So start
Celsius
drinking
time, folks. All right, Lucas. So anyway, where were we?
Research Lucas with the weather.
In Celsius time. Go for it.
This week we have. No, I was talking about Celsius time that we have centigrade.
Okay.
Just
Sure.
just being prepared.
Sure.
But this week we have Sex Fontaine's France.
Sex Fontaine. I like it.
That's
Sex
an amazing
Fontaine.
place to live. Where do you live? I live in Sex Fontaine. Ooh.
I believe
Sex
that is the correct.
Fontaine.
I believe that is the correct pronunciation because I do not speak
The
really any French.
pronunciation.
Where's it from?
France.
Oh, right. Sex Fontaine.
Is there
The,
an E at
hall-
the end?
S.
S. E
It's spelled SEXFONTAINES.
Okay.
Oh, Sex
That's
Fontaine.
it.
Fontaine.
That's where it
Oh,
is.
Sex
Oh,
Fontaine.
it's gotta be a great fucking spot,
Sex
huh?
Fontaine.
A couple of fountains.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
little
I'm
bit.
down. I would love to see one.
All right. Well, folks, I guess let's see what's up with Sex Fontaine, starting with Saturday,
Saturday, October 23rd,
23rd. Okay.
high of 11, low of 1.
Oh
Partly.
shit!
Wow. It's
getting
cold.
cold.
Partly cloudy,
Okay.
with a chance of precipitation at 14%, with the winds coming out of east-southeast at 7 kilometers per hour.
Not much wind. Not much wind at all. Okay.
Sunday,
A lot of birds apparently.
Well, you know, still plenty of birds around.
In the cold.
Yeah, you know.
You know, it's
Some
not
of
like
them, yeah.
they live in a tree. I mean, inside a tree, of course.
woodpecker.
Okay. Sure. Sunday.
Sunday,
20
October
Go ahead.
4th.
Yeah. Just checking.
No, I need to
I don't wanna
repeat
get it all
the
wrong.
Should we leave? Should
Yeah, I was
Lazarus
gonna
leave? Hey, yeah. Huh?
date. No, I just got to repeat the date to make sure Seth doesn't mess it up again.
Sure. Okay. Sounds good.
High of 14, low of 4. Partly cloudy, with a chance of precipitation at 14%, with the winds coming out of the south-southeast at 12 kilometers per hour.
Okay. There's some birds for you. That's springtime birds, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Sound like spring birds.
Monday.
October 25th,
Yep.
high of 14, low of 7.
Ooh,
Oh,
a little
okay.
warmer.
Cloudy.
Okay.
This is enjoyable now.
Mostly cloudy, so still might be able to see some sun.
Okay. Sure.
High of 20 or chance
Some
of
birds.
precipitation.
Yeah.
Chance of precipitation at 24%, but the wind's coming out of the south-southwest at 11 kilometers per hour.
Okay. All right.
Tuesday, October 26th, high of 13, low of 6. Showers with the chance of precipitation at 72%, with the winds coming out of the west-southwest at 12 kilometers per hour.
12 kilometers per hour. All right.
And you want to get this one, Seth?
So Wednesday. Okay. Wednesday, let's see. The 28th. High of, God, I want to say it's going to be colder. High of 20, high of 12, low, I'm going to say low of 0.
Are you like measuring in your head Celsius and Fahrenheit? Is that what you're doing right now?
No.
Oh, he's trying to.
what's the
this
high?
This is all
So what's the
Celsius
high?
time. The high of 11, low of 0.
Oh, that's just cold.
Oh.
Shit, it's a cold Wednesday.
And
No, he's
so,
trying to guess the.
yeah, I'm trying to guess.
the next.
So I'm going to say partly cloudy, mostly cloudy, with a chance of precipitation at like 13%, with the winds coming out of the southeast at 8 kilometers per hour.
All right, so partly cloudy or mostly cloudy? Are you
I'm
going to try to partly showers?
I'm going to say I'm sticking with mostly cloudy.
Mostly cloudy.
Mostly cloudy. That's right.
Okay. I try to save you.
Shit.
I tried to save you.
I thought you were trying to catch me. That's why I didn't switch. All right.
You said Wednesday, October 28th.
Yes.
It is Wednesday, October 27th.
Damn it, dude. Got the date wrong. Shit.
Dude, I told you in the
Really?
beginning.
He told you like 3 times.
Yeah, he did.
Got the date wrong, like the date wrong.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
You said high of 11,
Yep.
high of 13.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
that's a win.
That's a good one.
It's
yeah.
easier in Celsius time, though.
You said
Yeah, right?
low,
Right. I agree with you. I agree.
Low of
You said low is 0.
0. Yep.
High, low is 7.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, that's the day. Which day is this? Wednesday.
You said mostly cloudy,
Yep.
showers.
Ah. Finally, the fucking showers. I was waiting to use the rain, but it never showed up. But there we go. Okay.
You said chance of precipitation at 13%,
Yep.
62.
62, of course, because it's fucking raining.
And you said the wind out of the southeast at 8 kilometers per hour,
Probably going to be windier because it's raining.
southwest at 15 kilometers
Jesus
per hour.
Christ. All right, folks. Well, you know, it's easier in Celsius time to do the temperature, but it's definitely more difficult to do the
Especially when it comes to the
distance.
date.
Yeah, well, whatever, bitch. All right, well, research Lucas with the weather. Good job over there. Really appreciate it. And our next segment's going to be kind of boring
Beef suck it.
because I'm the only one that has suck it.
Suck it.
You're not supposed to tell anyone.
Well, I'm telling you now because Jesus, Lucas, your fantasy football prowess just sucks so bad that Camilo doesn't even pick his team. He doesn't switch any players. He
True
doesn't
story.
do anything.
True story.
Every year when he does fantasy football with us, he pays the money. He lets the computer do the rest.
I'm the office lady.
And what's your record?
I don't know.
I think it's 4.
What does that mean?
No. Is he 4
What's a
now? Was he
record?
one of the higher people?
So-
he has to be 4
I
if he
don't
won.
know.
But Lucas, what's your record right now?
The 2017 Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, so Camilo, who doesn't do shit, is
Must be
4 and 2.
4 and 2.
4 and 2. Is
Yeah.
that good? Is that good?
Yeah.
Because the next person is only like 5 and 1 or 5 and 2.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
sure,
basically
I'm sure they work really hard.
I don't do anything. I have a funny consultant, and he's fired.
yeah,
Oh, wait,
because you played a player who's
somebody
on injured
works for you.
reserve.
Somebody works for
Yeah,
you.
because I told him, I was like, yeah, whatever goes on, whatever I win, I'll just split it with you.
Yeah.
I was better off doing Camilo.
Pretty
'cause I
much.
was doing well.
Yep.
Because you're 2-4.
Yep.
Hey,
That's
Lucas, Jesus.
Suck it.
0-6.
0-6.
0-6.
Fucking
Dude, I should have done with Camilo because
My
that's what I did
nuts
when I
could
was
run a better fantasy football. I could literally just drop my nuts on my phone screen and it would do better picks than yours. Just saying.
There's a rat doing Bitcoin like gambling. So she goes around the wheel
Yeah.
and then she says buy or sell.
I
And
saw
then
that. Yeah, yeah.
The return was like 24%, but that's all I heard. I don't know if it's true or not. But
Wow.
it's funny.
No
You
doubt.
never know. This is like the fucking fantasy football, man. Just pick whoever tells you he should win.
That's pretty much it. And the thing is also with the fantasy football, like you don't even switch out freaking players. You
Well,
know?
if the guy is injured, I
Well,
I
then
put
you-
him on top.
Sure.
But one time, I don't know if you remember this, Seth, but our general manager sat me in the office and he started talking to me like, "Oh shit, I'm in trouble." And he goes like, "I need you to trade this." And then you walked into the office. You remember that?
No.
And then he was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, and I go to him and like, "I thought I was in trouble, dude. Don't fucking call me for this fucking bullshit. Man.
Yeah.
I'm out. Oh, fuck you." I just thought you remember that. 'Cause,
No.
Yeah.
There's so many
other-
memories from back then.
But
The
then
last
again,
time
I won that year
Yeah.
without doing absolutely anything.
Sure.
I picked a kicker.
That's
That's
what
my
I was
first
going
choice.
on.
I don't know how.
I never
I know how bad that means to playing fantasy
Lucas
football.
had 2 kickers
but I
after the
picked a
fucking
kick-
draft was over this
My
year.
first choice was a kicker.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
never
Yeah.
joined anybody's fantasy, and this year I did it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna let the computer pick.
Yeah,
because
man.
they're gonna-
That's it, bro.
They have the best algorithm, so
Right.
fuck it.
Sure.
You feel
Right.
me?
How's that working out for you? Not as good as Camilo.
I was doing okay. Oh, I
But then you started
Consulting.
fucking around with it. Yeah, there you go, bro.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
man. No.
Anybody have any updates? Any updates out there? Anyone? Shiba Inu is at 28 right now. It's about where it was, but it's holding. I didn't expect it.
Bitcoin's up.
Bitcoin's way up.
Yeah.
No
Um,
idea.
Pretty-
I could not.
They
speak
fired
that language.
They fired some people from Netflix from not
Good.
because of the Dave Chappelle thing, but because of stuff that happened around it.
Sure. Because they opened their mouth when
yeah,
they should have just kept it shut.
basically.
It's all right.
Nothing
So-
crazy.
But you got to sign a contract, so you're fucked, right?
Yeah,
So,
there's definitely,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So if not, yeah, you got to play the same fucking game.
All right. Well, with that,
Laz's Corner of Positivity.
Laz's Corner of
I thought we just
Positivity.
had it.
No way, man.
Oh, that was so positive.
You're mistaking Laz's Corner of Positivity with Celsius time.
Must be nice.
Actually, it's not.
It's not. It's
Laz's
not.
Corner
You're
of
not
Posi-
like the kimchi time. I will get you kimchi, but I will never fucking invite
Kimchi
you
is
for Celsius.
delicious.
Bro.
So I have 2 things.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Should I start
It's
the
gonna-
fucking timer?
No, it's gonna be fast as fuck. So Ricky last night was trying to get food from
Hey
Ricky.
Ricky. Hey Ricky.
always is funny shit. So he goes to he likes Pollo Tropical because it's like just getting grilled chicken and he gets brown rice or salad late
Sure.
at night. So he orders this food and
The family meal's the jam, dude.
yeah, for sure. So he orders this food and when he gets to the window, they're like, there's no food. So he goes to another fucking Pollo Tropical and he's trying to order before the time closes, which the other one, they ran out of food. So then he pulls up to the door and
Like the front door
yeah.
or the little
he-
door for drive-through.
He pulls past the drive-through because
Okay.
whatever, because they were closed at this time. So he's driving and they're like, "Oh, what do you need?" And I guess maybe it was like right after they closed, right before. He's like, "I was trying to order something. I'm really hungry because I tried to go to the other place and it was closed." And they just gave him a plate of food, but the thing was like, they take all the food that's left over and give it to the homeless people, and then they go to the beach and give everything to the Hollywood Beach people, like all the Hollywood Beach homeless people.
Sure.
So that's one of the positive things.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and but
So did Ricky pay for the food? Did they give him food?
No, he tried to. It's not even like the people that work there. It's like the people that are like cleaning the place. Some people take food with them or will do whatever they do. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but it doesn't matter. Fuck it. So they give the food away to like whoever's in the neighborhood that
They should.
needs food. And
Well, you can't. Sometimes.
Did they think he was homeless?
There's a law.
This
There's
is
a law
why-
in Florida.
It's a
Florida
half-
allows you.
It's a half funny thing too, because I was like, so they gave you food because they thought you were homeless.
Yeah,
but
right?
He pulled up in a
Fucking
car.
A.
He pulled up in a car though. He literally was trying to buy the food,
Sure.
and then
Homeless people have cars, just so you know.
True.
Yeah, because what's funny is the guy's like, you can come here any day and just get food if you want. Like we're doing it all. He's like, no, I was just trying to buy. And he tried to pay the guy, and the guy's like, no, I'm good. But it was
Wow.
hilarious as fuck.
Okay.
And then
Number 2.
number 2.
Hello, I'm number 2.
We did damn, I can't even say where we were. Anyways, we did this thing for the kids with mental problem. What's the proper thing to say?
Mental disabilities.
What was that?
Mental
Disabilities.
Yeah.
Mental disabilities.
There
So
you
we
go.
did a drive at work, and we did like everybody baked goods. Not me. I just bought goods. I'm not. And we
Sure.
raised quite a bit of
Well,
money for the kids.
you did more than I did.
That's
so-
cool.
I mean, I didn't. I bought the stuff. I just gave it to my daughters and my daughter too. I guess
That's cool though.
Yeah. It's
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Did you
I
hang
remember
out with the kids too?
Ricky used to put money together for like backpacks every year.
Oh
and shit.
yeah, he did that. He loves
sure.
stuff like that.
What's a snack? What's a snack pack?
Backpack.
Backpacks for
He'd
like
fill it with
getting out of
like
school.
school supplies and like donate them to kids that need like, book bags and stuff like that for school.
And he did it with no money,
pencils and
nobody
pens.
helping him.
Well, I gave him $50 one year.
Oh yeah, I mean, as far as like no organization.
Sure. Yeah, I did it all himself. It was cool. All right. Well, good positivity,
Laz's
bro.
Corner
Yeah, that
of
was very nice.
Yeah, very nice. We'll take it. Absolutely. So, any last minute thoughts? Anyone? No? All right. Well, I guess that's pretty much it then. This is Seth and Mike 1. Oh, let me get it. Here we go. We got Laz and Mike 2.
Yo.
We got Lucas and Mike 3.
Europe.
And we got Mr. Mouth himself. Super Camilo back again. And I'm glad you could come over because I've been wanting to do the Tesseron. I wrote the Tesseron thing like freaking months ago, and I was just waiting for you to come back.
Did I do a good job?
I think you did a great job, yeah.
Okay, call me back. You're not really paying me for this, so I'll give you a bad review when you say it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Camilo.
we'll take any review at this point.
Camilo, we're
I'm just
proud
kidding.
of you. It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
proud.
Very proud. Very proud.
Yes. This was fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Mr.
Celsius
Celsius.
time.
It's
I
just
mean,
my personal
It
opinion.
was good for the joke, but it's
This was good,
pretty
by the
bad.
way.
Little something,
Lagunitas.
yeah, little something Lagunitas, little something is pretty good.
Cognac was fun.
Yeah.
Company was great, by the way. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Korean
see you.
Jesus.
Korean Jesus. So,
I'm the shit up in this bitch, my last insanity it slipped.
I'm the shit up in this bitch. All the bitches from my shit. Bitches trying to get with bitch. With this bitch, I'm the shit up in this bitch. This bitch, I'm the shit up in this bitch. This bitch, I'm the bitches from my shit. Bitches trying to get with bitch. With this bitch, I'm the shit up in this bitch. This bitch, I'm the shit up in this bitch. This bitch, all the bitches from my shit. Bitches trying to get with bitch. With this bitch, I'm the shit up in this bitch. This bitch.